Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. We're going to get things started off with England. We have John Mitchell and Zoe Aldcroft with us. Again, if you can raise your hands, if you have a question, we will get things going. Thank you. To the right.
Hiya, Sarah Rendell from The Guardian here. Zoe, you looked like you strapped up your knee there and then came off in the second half. Was that just tactical? Kind of, how are you?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. Yeah, don't worry about me. All good.
And how was that for you out there in front of that crowd? It was loud from up where we were. So how was that for you?
I think the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. Like, walking out was such a special moment. And I think, yeah, very proud of the girls. A little bit nervous to start with. I think that's as expected, but we built into it, and yeah, just very proud.
And Mitch, what did you make of it from your perspective?
Yeah, firstly, it was a fantastic atmosphere to represent your country in the opening match. I think we built into the performance slowly, and we lifted our intensity in the second half. So you really enjoyed the way that the girls built pressure on USA. We forced their negativity, I guess, and we took advantage of that.
And Hannah Botterman looked like she had a great game out there. What were your thoughts on her?
Yeah, she's a pretty special player, but we've got lots of special players. It's very hard to single a person out, but yeah, she should be rewarded or recognised for her performance. But there were a number of really good performances out there tonight. I mean, just where my eyes were looking, I thought Sadia Kabeya was outstanding.
Thank you so much.
Any further hands? If you can raise it, please. Thank you.
Elgin Alderman from The Times. John, Meg spoke in the week about how, it's about the size of the fight and the dog. She certainly put herself about out there. And then moving forward to fly half as well. Was that always the intention? Is that something she's been working on in training?
Oh, we need to be ready for anything. So we've had a couple of little unexpected niggles in the preparation. And so, we're very, very fortunate to have the versatility of Meg. As well as Emily Scarrett. So, if we have to go four or five deep at fly half, we possess that within our group. So we've seen other World Cups, in both genders having to rely on deeper squad members as the tournament progresses. So this week we had to deal with that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just behind with Tom.
Hi, Tom Sanson with Rock. Great to see you both today. John, just you mentioned Emily Scarrett there. What was the decision to bringing her in for this match, and how has she been this week in the lead up to a record fifth Rugby World Cup appearance?
Skaz got a call after Rolly got a little rolled ankle on I think it was day 2, wasn't it? And we just wanted to protect Rolly. So obviously I try and give that communication as quickly as I can. She's very calm person, very level-headed. There's no real highs or lows with Emily. She knows what she's doing, and we're very fortunate to be able to bring in her experience, on this occasion. I think it lifts all the girls as well because they respect her hugely.
Thank you. Here at the front.
Hi both, Rebecca Johnson with PA. You mentioned there, Zoe, about kind of building into the game a little bit. It seemed like maybe slight nerves at the start. I mean, what was the message at half-time from both of yourselves? Because it seemed like you just went up another gear after the break.
Yeah, it was just about, like Mitch said, about building that pressure. We wanted to keep that on the USA team and build our intensity as well.
And just how much did that yellow card kind of switch the game as well a little bit in the first? It seemed like you got a little bit more comfortable in there.
Yeah, I think so. But also I think it was just down to us to also be more on our game and like I said, build that pressure and look at ourselves more.
John, Ellie Kildun got player of the match. Just how impressive was her performance? It seemed like she was here, there and everywhere linking up with players. Yeah,
it's good to see Ellie back on the field and doing what she loves doing. She's very intuitive, and her skill set was very good tonight. But that's an individual. But then you've got to go and look at some of the effort areas other players, and also the scrum was outstanding tonight. The scrum buried USA. Numerous penalties, probably could have sent some players to the bin as well because of continued negativity in that area. So we'll just go where we can apply pressure. If it has to be at scrum, you can't just always rely on individuals. And as this tournament progresses, we're going to have to get even better in our connections and working together.
At the back, thank you.
Hello, good evening. Sorry for my English if it's not good. I'm Alex from Spain, from Connection Ensign. I would like to ask you, first of all, congrats for the victories. You haven't lost a match since 2018. What can we expect for the team for the next matches? Any changes of the players to give us some rest? And is there any pressure to keep to win your third World Cup being at home?
Is that me or Mitch? Both. I think we're just looking at each game as it comes. Like, we want to earn that right. I think obviously we've just had round one. We've taken that in our stride, and then we'll go back into this week of training and concentrate on the next game.
Coach.
Sorry, what was the rest of the question? Sorry.
If you're going to get any changes for the team for the next matches to give some rest.
Yeah, good point. No, we've pre-planned our teams for the early part of the tournament. Obviously, the unpredicted niggles, we've got to account for that. But we'll just about get everyone started, I think, by the end of next week, which has always been our plan. So hopefully that we're able to execute that and have everyone World Cup ready.
Thank you. Over to Sam.
Hi, Samantha Lovett for Sam Love Rugby. Captain Kate Zachary from the US was asked how tough it is to go up against England, and she said if you hit them first, it doesn't actually hurt that bad. And the US being such a physical team, I'm going to ask you the same question. How does it feel to go up against a physical team like the US?
Like, we know the US are such a physical team, and I think it's just about meeting their physicality as well. Like, England, we're a very physical team as well, and we love that bit about the game. So just making sure we're more dominant than them.
Thank you. Julian.
Yeah, Julian Garr, AFP. You've just hammered a team ranked 10th in the world. I mean, is that sort of good for women's rugby on the whole? And how are you going about sort of putting yourself under pressure in training for those moments when you will be sort of, tested later and perhaps more closely later on in the tournament?
Firstly, we're the Red Roses. Even before my time, they've set outstanding standards. We are in a very fortunate position. We're also grateful to have great depth. So we're constantly creating pressure. We lose a lot at training, and the girls are extremely driven. They don't like to be beaten. Like anyone, they don't like to fail. So our training standards are very, very high, and it's up to us as leaders to make sure that we maintain that on a daily basis. So that's the only thing that we can that's in our control. We can't control outside of that, and to support that as well. And your question is that we can't control where teams are ranked. We just got to deal with what we're confronted with. We, as I said, I think earlier in the week, we're hunted, and we love being hunted. Every team's going to rise physically and mentally, 10 or 15%, we expect that, but we're also going to grow as well. We've only just got started, and there's a lot of growth left in us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tom.
Hi, just over here, Tom Hamilton, ESPN. The variety of kicking today, like there were cross kicks, you're kicking long, kicking short, there were grubbers through as well. You're talking about being hunted. How important do you think that kicking game is going to be at keeping you ahead of the chasing pack?
There's plenty of grass out there, isn't there? So you see a front wall most teams, and there's always the opportunity to find grass. I think if you want to expose teams, and you have to have the ability to be a triple threat, and so a lot of our backs have the ability to be triple threats, and at the end of the day, it's up to the girls to find the space, and if they want to execute that, they're more than welcome. But it unstructures teams as well. It's a skill set that we work hard at, actually.
If you can just pass it back. Thank you.
Hi, Sarah from The Telegraph. Obviously, a lot went right today, but one thing that didn't seem to be the restarts. How worried are you about sort of that area of the game?
I think that's something that we'll obviously look at, and obviously we just keep working on it in training.
There's always something to work on. This game's never finite. I don't think you ever come satisfied out of a performance. So yeah, we'll just morph that into the next performance, next preparation. And the girls are very good at finding solutions. So yeah, it's good that we've got something to work on.
Harry Latham-Coyle from The Independent. John, you've done a lot of hard work at the back. You've done a lot of hard work on mindset, on mentality, on making sure that the squad are mentally ready for this tournament. Have you noticed a difference in them in the run-up to this week, and given what it means, given the stage that they are now playing on? Or do you think that work has paid off and you've seen what you've wanted to?
Our girls are very calm the whole week. Our environment's fun to work in. They demonstrated that during the week. They've been looking forward to this for a long time. I think if anything, if we were honest, we thought the week took ages to start. If anything, that was probably the most obvious thing. We just want to get started, but it seemed to just elongate. I don't know why that we felt like that, but maybe now the tournament will quicken up and we'll be able to get into it. But it seemed long. But when you come into our environment, it's just really, really fun. People are allowed to be themselves, and we encourage people to be authentic and be themselves. So I haven't seen anything that's been noticeably different. Probably even more excitement. So probably actually had to keep the excitement down, to be fair.
And Samoa are not opposition you faced before. Just what are you expecting from them next week, and what sort of challenge do you think they will pose?
Yeah, the unexpected is dangerous, isn't it? I think I've only seen two performances on tape, and some of the tape is a little bit questionable. So I haven't got too much on them. But hey, they're a very proud rugby nation. And they deserve to be here, so we'll give them every respect in that.
Any further questions? Yes, Martin in the middle. Thank you.
Hi, John. Martin Thomas from Rugby Pass. Just on Helena's injury, how bad is that, and do you expect her to be back for the next game?
I was with the girls this morning that were non-selected, and they trained very, very well this morning. The girls that played would have been really proud of them. And Helena was in that training session, so and she got through that really well.
Final question at the back. Thank you.
So I just wanted to ask, one of the great things about the women's games is at the end of the matches, the team walk around and liaise with the fans. What do the players enjoy about meeting the fans, and what do you think they give back to the fans at the end of the game?
I think that as Red Roses, we find it very important to be able to connect with our fans. I think that's a unique point that is part of the women's game, that we actually love going around meeting the young girls that are in the crowd. And I think that's like such a special part of it. And there's so many families there that we get to meet and hear their stories. And it's just really special for us to be able to go around at the end of the games and meet all those people that have come to support us.
It was a phenomenal bus ride in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, John. That is a wrap. And just to let you know, the media here, that the mix zone will now be open. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.